أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين وصلى الله على سيدنا ونبينا أبي القاسم المصطفى محمد وعلى أهل بيته الأطيبين الأنجبين بهم نتولى ومن أعدائهم نتبرأ إلى الله. اللهم كن لوليك الحجة ابن الحسن صلواتك عليه وعلى آبائه في هذه الساعة وفي كل ساعة وليا وحافظا وقائدا وناصرا ودليلا وعينا حتى تسكنه أرضك طوعا وتمتعه فيها طويلا. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد. This month of Dhul Hijjah, it's one of those glorious months, one of those beautiful months. And throughout the month we've got all these different occasions, all of them to do with the wilayat of the Ahlul Bayt alayhim salam. On a day like today, which is the 24th of Dhul Hijjah, Amirul Mu'mineen Ali alayhi salatu wassalam was offering prayers in the masjid, and someone comes to Rasulullah. Now it's two incidents here. Someone comes to Rasulullah and says that who is your successor, Ya Rasulullah? And Rasulullah says, come on, I'll show you who he is. And they come to the mosque. Now here, in the meantime, there is someone in need. He comes to the mosque and calls for help. So many people were there and no one helped him. Amirul Mu'mineen was in ruku and he showed his hand towards that person in need, and he understood, he's saying that, come take my ring. Here Amirul Mu'mineen gave away his ring in the way of Allah, that although he was in salat, in prayers, in ruku, and at the same time he also gave away as zakat. So here Rasulullah, who had come with that person to show who his successor was, that very moment Wahi is revealed and this ayah was revealed. إنما وليكم الله ورسوله والذين إنما وليكم الله ورسوله والذين آمنوا الذين يقيمون الصلاة ويؤتون الزكاة وهم راكعون. That is, your guardian, he is Allah, and his apostle, and the faithful who maintain their prayer and give the zakat while bowing down. So they gave zakat whilst he was in the state of ruku, and no one in this grand creation of Allah since its inception until now, no, until the day of judgment, would anyone do such a beautiful task. Now, sometimes there is a question and objection raised over here, saying that we talk about khuzu and khushu in prayers, and that tawajjuh has to be towards Allah tabaraka wa ta'ala. How come here the tawajjuh was to something else as well? Now, when we see worship and in ibadat, so Amirul Mu'mineen was drowned in worship, so he had sought so close to Allah as if he was by the arsh of Allah tabaraka wa ta'ala. And at that moment, at that height and peak of worship and ruku, that beggar also who had come and who had sought the existence of Allah for help, his nida and his call also had reached the inbox of Allah tabaraka wa ta'ala. So at one time, both of them were in the inbox of Allah tabaraka wa ta'ala, the worship of Amirul Mu'mineen and the cry of that person in need. So in a worship, in an ibadat, you can have that. Even that giving away of zakat also was a worship, and being in ruku also, it is a worship. That's one. And secondly, it is on a day like today, 24th of Dhul Hijjah, it is the day of Mubahala. Mubahala means, now when Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, his invitation had established in the Arabian Peninsula, and he was recognized as the Prophet. Now Rasulullah, he sends out messages to the people of the book, to the Jews and to the Christians, and he invites them to Iman, to embrace. Now Najran is south of the Arabian Peninsula, and many Christian nobles, they lived there. And when this invitation reached them, and that delegation from them also had come to Medina for a dialogue with Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Now they knew Rasulullah, who he is, how he is, his character, his akhlaq. And if you see Quran in Surah Al-Baqarah does say that يَعْرِفُونَهُ كَمَا يَعْرِفُونَ أَبْنَاءَهُم. That is, they knew the Prophet just like they know their own children. That what that child likes, what likes to eat and drink and wear, his likes and dislikes, everything is evident before the parents about their children. So Rasulullah's akhlaq also was evident and clear and understood and known to everyone there. يَعْرِفُونَهُ كَمَا يَعْرِفُونَ أَبْنَاءَهُم. They knew the Prophet just like they knew their own children. Now here when this argument, this debate comes forth. So what is that debate? So here with reference to Rasulullah, Quran says مُبَشِّرًا بِرَسُولٍ يَأْتِي مِن بَعْدِ اسْمُهُ أَحْمَدٍ. So even in the Bible it was mentioned. Now this is an ayah from Surah Saf. There the Almighty says that Prophet Isa was informed, Rasulun Ya'ti Mubashiran bi Rasulin, that is the glad tiding and the good news was given by Prophet Isa. What is that? Bi Rasulin, regarding a prophet. Ya'ti means who will come. Min ba'di, after me. Ismuhu Ahmad, his name is Ahmad. So very clearly it was mentioned, it was told to them that there's a prophet who will come after the Rasulullah, after Prophet Isa alayhi salam, and that is the Apostle Muhammad Mustafa sallallahu alayhi wa alihi wasallam. Now in the debate, they had to talk about Prophet Isa. Now they said, okay, we'll have a debate with you. When they started the talk, and they said, the Muslims said, okay, tell us about Prophet Isa, who he is. They said, he is the Son of God. That is the moment where they lost the debate immediately. Now Quran, an ayah is revealed over there, says, Inna mathala Isa inda Allah ka mathali Adam. If you want to know the parable of the example of Prophet Isa, says just like Adam. The difference between Isa and Adam is that Prophet Isa was born without a father, and here says that كَمَثَلِ Adam خَلَقَهُ مِن تُرَابٍ. خَلَقَهُ means Allah created him. Min, from. Turab, dust. Says created him from dust. ثُمَّ قَالَ لَهُ كُن فَيَكُونَ. And then Allah intended and He said to be, and it became. And now, when they said that he is the Son of God, here Quran says that he is just like Prophet Adam. Isa was created without a father, from a mother, and Prophet Adam was created without a father, without a mother. So he was created from dust. Now here the rule then was, if whoever lost this argument and the debate, they used to fast for 3 days, and after 3 days they used to come and they used to curse each other. So both the parties cursed. Now they said, okay, Rasulullah accepted to participate in this Mubahala. Now the Pope, he says that, okay, you come with you come yourself, with your sons, with your women, with your children. Here Rasulullah comes with his daughter, with his 2 grandsons. Imam Hussein was an infant at that time, was in the being hugged and held by the Prophet, and Imam Mujtaba was held by the Prophet. He was holding him, and then Amir al-Mu'mineen was there, and Hazrat Fatima salamullahi alayha also. The Pope says, I see divine faces coming towards us, and if they raise their hands to curse us, until the day of judgment no Christian would ever remain. So they said that, okay, we take back our word, we'll pay you taxes and jizya, and we won't object, and we won't we'll just stay as we like we are. So there they lost, and this ayah was revealed That is تعالوا فقل تعالوا ندعو أبناءنا وأبناءكم ونساءنا ونساءكم وأنفسنا وأنفسكم ثم نبتهل فنجعل لعنة الله على الكاذبين. That is, should anyone argue with you concerning him after the knowledge that has come to them, say, come, let us call our sons and our sons, our women and your women, and then our souls and your souls. Then let us pray earnestly and call down Allah's curse upon the liars. So Rasulullah, when he wants to bring his women, he brings Hazrat Fatima, his daughter, and then his sons, he brings his grandsons with him. When it comes to Anfusana, yourself, your soul, he presents Amirul Mu'mineen as the soul and the nafs of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa alihi wasallam. There were some du'as for this day, and the du'a also that we had, it was similar to that du'a that we recited in the month of Ramadan, like the du'a Baha. It's more or less 70-80% just like that dua. Allahumma inni as'aluka bi baha'ika min abha. So kullu baha'ika bahi. May Allah tabarak wa ta'ala make this day mubarak for every one of us. Now, like prayers, and you've got in prayers some essential elements of namaz. Like, for example, reciting Suratul Hamd and Surah is wajib. But then in namaz, we've got some rukn as well. Rukn meaning elements which cannot be bypassed intentionally or unintentionally. So if someone offered his prayers but he didn't have a ruku in it, or he missed one ruku, so that prayer is entirely batil. He has to repeat it. Or for example, he said his prayers, he did not say takbiratul ihram in the opening. So that namaz is also batil because rukn is missing. We observe all of these observances of wilayat, all different ones. Some of them play the role of that wajib rukni in namaz, which are the backbone or the skeleton of the prayer, which needs to be there. And if that is not there, that entire namaz is gone. In our aqaid, in our observances, in the Eids that we celebrate, Eid Mubahala and Eid Ghadir has that position of a wajib rukni in prayers. So we do observe the first of Dhul Hijjah, where it's the wedding of Amirul Mu'mineen and Hazrat Fatima alayhim salam. It's good, but it is not as important as this Mubahala and Ghadir, which is the most, or the that is also just like that wajib. Now here it's wajib, but wajib rukni. It is the backbone or the essential existence of Islam. It is in all these observances and these days that we have. May Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala help us observe these days and these nights to the best of our abilities, and not make these observances the last of our life. May Allah give us all a long age and a healthy life, and in the service of Islam and Muslims, and hasten in the return of our Imam alayhi salatu wasalam. And things, the way they are progressing, they are moving to a direction that the return inshallah is soon. And on this Friday, which is the day of Imam, we ask Allah, because the hadith that talk about the end of time, how the kufr, it will unite. And what we see today, how they have united all these, they are shaking hands with the kuffar, and we see that it's only that that crescent of the Shias is being isolated, but doesn't matter. Allahu Maulana, Allah is our Mawla, La Mawla lakum. The ayah says, He's our Mawla, not your Mawla. So definitely, when that is the case, then His support has always been there, with the little, with the few who were always few in number when it comes to the support of Deen and being on track, and with, out of all of these millions and billions of people, says 10,000, 20,000, 313, that little fraction, they will prevail, they will overrule, and they will be the ones who will be victorious, inshallah. Allah count us among that little number, and make us among the best of servants of Imam al-Asr alayhi salatu wassalam. Allah never shift us from Deen and keep us firm on this path. And the dua that is recommended to be recited in these days, that is the end of time, Dua ul Ghariq, where Imam al-Sadiq alayhi salam says Ghariq in Arabic means someone who is drowning. So in the end of time, it is going to be so tough to protect deen, so you need that emergency help and hand that can keep us safe. So here we need that helping hand, and that is with this dua Ghariq, Ya Allahu, Ya Rahmanu, Ya Rahim, Ya Muqallib al-Qulub, Thabbit Qalbi ala Dinik. Simple dua, easy. Ya Allahu, Ya Rahmanu, Ya Rahim. Ya Muqallib al-Qulub, O He who revolves the heart. Thabbit Qalbi, keep my heart firm. Ala Dinik, on your deen, on your religion. وسبحان ربك رب العزة عما يصفون وسلام على المرسلين والحمد لله رب العالمين.